Hello there. Yep, I'm here. Again, making another YouTube video, just being a little bit more off the cuff, because I don't really have much to talk about besides a couple things I'm read, some shows I'm interested in, I'm currently watching, and also how I'm just feeling kind of a little overworked, even though I'm not really working a job. Anyways, for reading updates, I've made it through the first two books of the Raven Boy series. Thoughts on this series so far? I would say that it's pretty decent. Makes me laugh, has some decent intrigue, but I don't know. Maybe it's just my mood. Maybe it's something else, but I'm guessing I'm just not really feeling the series right now. And I'm currently reading the third book. I'm about over 200 pages in. And I got two books recently. Might have been a month ago. This little short book, The Whale Rider, by Witi Ihemaira, a Maori author from New Zealand. It was made into a film that stars Keisha Castle Hughes, who you might recognize. She was on The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones. She was also in some show on ID. Pretty popular. Well, fairly popular. And also Boy Toy by Barry Laga. I previously read his I Hunt Killer series a couple years ago. I did a review on this channel where you can watch me talk about the series. I enjoyed that series, and I am also looking forward to reading Boy Toy. Anyways, I'm also watching a Thai show called Girl from Nowhere. Very interesting stuff. It's on Netflix. You have Netflix, watch that show. It's really interesting. I'm not finished with it yet. I got like 4 episodes left. But yeah, it's basically an anthology show about this girl who transfers to different schools and just does shit. I'm not gonna get spoilers. But anyway, let's just say I'm feeling a little overworked, because I've been getting back into reading comics. I'm trying to reread what I have read of 100 Bullets and The Boys, so I could finish those series, because, let's just say, there are so many TV shows and book series that I probably haven't finished, with mostly comic series, that I'm just feeling a little bit overworked. Like, even though, like, I don't even work a job, I'm still trying to figure things out. I'm still trying to figure out some things about just living alone, because hopefully I can get an apartment in the future and live with a couple of roommates. And, like I said, even though I'm not even working a job, it's just, like, I feel, like, overworked, you know? Like, I'm reading books. I have to finish with these, and I have to plan with reading books out, and I have to also... Sorry about that and a little noise. One of my pets is being a little, rowdy. Anyways, and then also I'm trying to focus on, like, watching several TV shows, and thinking of, like, what are they supposed to watch, and but what else I'm gonna do, like, what music, and I'll give myself some free time, trying to flesh out some of my stories, because also I'm a aspiring writer, figuring out other things, and, you know, can you relate to that? You know, even though if there's a period in your life where you might not be doing the most, you still feel like you're just a little overwhelmed at how sometimes you do things. Like, sometimes I even forget to read, like, an issue of a comic or read a chapter or something, or I barely read of something that day. Like, for example, it's taken me probably a while to read this book. Definitely not since the 1st of October, because it took me a little bit over October to read the second book, but I'm, like, over 200 pages in, and it's still taking me a long while, because, you know, I've just been a little, like, I guess overwhelmed, and, you know, I'm just trying to figure out, like, how can I maybe find a more relaxed, stressful and there it goes, me just sputtering out shit, and, sorry. Anyways, you know, yeah, you get what I mean, you know, when, even though you're doing what you usually do, like reading or watching something, you're still, like, but, you know, I'm just feeling overworked. Could you relate to that? Anyways, because also it's just, like, I kind of wanted to get back into Buffy. I've watched the first 2 episodes, like, several years ago, back when it was on Netflix, but now it's on Hulu. So, you know, I kind of want to, but also it's, like, a huge commitment, and I'm already watching The X-Files, which I haven't even watched Season 2 since, I think, earlier this year. But that's, like, such a huge-ass commitment. Like, of course, I will eventually watch the couple movies they have, the several spin-offs they have, and maybe another medium, but, you know, like, I'm just not sure, because, like, with both those franchises, they're, like, huge-ass time commitments, and I'm not sure, with all of the current stuff I'm trying to do, and I'm trying to get through, that I want to, like, really jump myself into another commitment, because, like, I wanted to read more horror comics and stuff this Halloween, but since I literally just, like, draw out my whole comic schedule for, like, I hope, I'm guessing the rest of the fucking year. I was attending maybe for the next couple months, but from now, it probably is the rest of the year to this point, or maybe even the rest of next year, and that's why I'm not even writing down anything else, because, you know, I don't want to be too over-ambitious, because now I'm reading non-horror stuff in October, which is supposed to be a very spooky, fun time of the year, and also, of course, COVID has fucked this entire year up its raw asshole. I'm pretty sure everyone can relate about that, because 2020, we all had a lot of ambitions, and it's kind of fucked us all up our raw assholes. Anyways, you know, yeah, I'm just updating you on life, just me being overworked, because I am trying to read and watch stuff, because, you know, hopefully I do want to get some film and TV and literature studies classes when I eventually do take classes, because that's what I want to be. Sorry for the little pause, one of my pets is being a little messy. Anyways, yeah. I'm sorry for this, like, off-the-cuff video where I'm just, like, blabbering about shit, you know. Yeah. Anyways, what are my plans for the rest of the year? We'll hopefully finish Power. Yeah, I'm watching Power. I don't think it's that great. I think it's decent. Like, there is some interesting stuff about it, but, yeah. And also, 4 fucking spin-offs. Oh, sorry. 4 fucking spin-offs. Power, it's basically becoming what The Walking Dead is to AMC, even though it's ending, and I'm not surprised, because I predicted it would end around here, because The Walking Dead comic series ended last year with the Commonwealth arc, and, you know, I wouldn't be surprised, but now, of course, like, Fear the Walking Dead still going on, World Beyond recently premiered, and there's 2 more fucking spin-offs. 2 more fucking spin-offs. And now, like, Power with Starz is now Power appearing. It's gonna be fucking milked until there's nothing left of it to milk off, and yeah, you know, like with reboots and remakes and stuff like that. You know, like in some cases I don't mind. Like with Nailbiter coming back, the ending wasn't even that great anyway, so I don't mind. But then there's like other stuff where it's like, really, you don't need to make a remake. Like the ending was fine as it is. Why is there even more to add? And also, I have to pause. Anyway, back to what I was saying. By the way, I'm drinking some apple cider. About, you know, Nip Tuck. I finished it a couple months ago. I would say, really fun show. Enjoyable. Pretty fun story. Cool characters with some interesting development. Which, by the way, Julia was my favorite character. Yeah, like, I saw people definitely were hating on her, and yes, like, she can be a very shitty person at times, but honestly, I just felt like she was, like, the most, like, complex, well-fleshed-out character, or one of. And honestly, like, I actually started off hating her. Like, I watched the first 4 episodes, last year, and I started off hating her character, but the more the show went on, and you really saw more of her character, I just liked how well-fleshed-out she got. But also, I was a little annoyed that as the show kind of went on, she kind of became less prominent. Like, it was because of the fact that her daughter was sick at the time, and she wanted to spend time with her daughter, but then her daughter got better, and then she kind of reworked her contract, so it makes sense. But, you know, it was a little annoying seeing, like, my favorite character of the entire fucking show, like, basically become, like, so less prominent, and also the finale was even kind of weak. Of course, I'm not going to spoil what happens here. Duh, I'm not going to spoil you all without giving warnings. But it definitely was a little maybe not the most disappointing, not the worst finale I've seen, but definitely disappointing. So yeah, I will started another FX show. That's the one about Fireman Rescue Me. Not that great so far. Hopefully it gets better. Not entirely sure. Yeah. And of course, I'm actually really planning on watching Ozark soon, because, you know, it's recently renewed for the final season. Might as well. I also gotta finish Outrageous Fortune soon, like a New Zealander comedy crime drama. Oh, also Kingdom. That show too. It's it recently came up on Netflix after, because Audience Network on Dish is now closing down, and now with even like Mr. Mercedes. Hold on for a minute. Anyways, with now Mr. Mercedes being on Peacock, and I'm guessing now like Audience with like the fact that they're gone now, and I've never had DirecTV, so I never watched Audience Network, and now they're just like selling their other shows. By the way, Kingdom is pretty interesting. Not the greatest. It's definitely more on the vein of like a Bloodline, like a decent family drama that's a little bit darker. And also, there's a character who goes through a pretty interesting arc in the first season. So I'm interested to see where that. And also, it's only 3 seasons. The second season is like 20 episodes. So there's that. Yeah. So I also have to figure out like what future pets I would want to have eventually once I move out. Like, you know, some dog breeds, some cat breeds, ferrets, rice, mice, and rats. Damn it. See where I mean? The fucking video's not gonna be that good anyways. But anyways, you know, I haven't learned to edit. I just use this little pause button to pause whenever I have to do something that I don't want this camera to be captured, so, yeah. Anyways, yeah, this is just me just giving a random off-the-cuff video of just life. Just me rambling about me feeling overworked and overstressed even though I don't really have a fucking job. Anyways, see you all in another video.